All right, everyone. I hope you hear me well, and I welcome you all to this webinar about Coboaters. I titled it How to Be Successful on Coboaters. What we're going to do tonight is we will review and chat and discuss, and you can ask questions about Coboaters, how to find a boat, how to find a crew, how to use Coboaters better, how you can set up your profile. That's what we will talk about. And again, I made it very, I sent this only to Coboaters audience. We didn't advertise too much outside our own registered newsletters people. So I think most of you may already have Coboaters, which is a profile, so which is great, and feel free to ask questions. It's a very open discussion, very friendly. We're just here to understand how it works and to learn from each other. So the agenda tonight is pretty long, but I'm going to try to be efficient and do it in an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I have time. If you guys can stay a little bit longer, ask questions, I'll be open because I can stay more than an hour. We're going to talk about the concept, what is Coboaters, how it works, but it's probably very fast. Then we're going to talk about your profile, about your boat profile if you have a boat. We will see how to publish a notice to find a crew or to find a boat. And also, almost most important is to how to respond. If you see something you like, how to get in touch with the skipper, or if you're a skipper and a boat owner, how to get in touch with a crew, how to use the search engine, the search tool that we have to find opportunities, but you can also have access to members' profile and boats, how to send a message to someone and how to respond to it. Then we will see how to post a review. A review is good when you sail with someone and you can tell others if it worked well or not. And we will see how you can get in touch with us, get in touch with me, call me or contact me or send me an email. And then hopefully if you want to stay longer, we can have an open discussion. You can share your experience either with Coboaters or with someone else and ask any questions you want about even your own personal profile, how you want to improve it, what you can do to improve it. You can ask me and we can share answers. And if there's something personal you really want to ask and you don't want to share with someone else, then we can set up another call tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I can call you and I can answer your questions. I still receive message, which is great. More people are connecting. Thank you all for joining us now. I'm gonna go to a very quick presentation here. This is what I used at the Newport Boat Show last week. So what is Coboaters? Coboaters is a group of friends. This is me here. My name is Phil. I created Coboaters about 18 months ago because when I moved to the US from France, forgive my accent, I needed to find a boat to crew with. And then I purchased the boat and we needed crew. So the idea of Coboaters came like more than 10 years ago, or about 10 years ago. And the website started 18 months ago. So early 2022. What we're trying to do is to give opportunities to everyone to sail and spend more time on the water. So I say it's open from everyone, open to beginners, open to very skilled sailors, and open to skippers and boat owners. Co-boating means it's like you have a classmate, you have a roommate, we share time on the water. If we have a boat, we share the boat. If you don't have a boat, you share your time. You share your time and you help boat owners to sail more, because without a crew on a sailboat, most of the time, we can't do anything. We need crew and crew needs skipper. So the goal and the concept is to create a network of boat owners and crew to allow us and you to sail more. So that's why I said you can find your next adventure and you can connect with thousands of people. I said thousands, I used to say hundreds, but now I can say thousands because we reach more than 2,000 very active profiles on the network. That's why I can say thousands now. So that's what Coboaters is about. I will continue back to my other PowerPoint. So we talked about the agenda. I think you understood now that Coboaters, how come it doesn't work? Coboaters works in 3 steps. I think it's important you understand those 3 steps. You create a profile where you describe your sailing resume, your experience. If you have a boat, you describe your boat. And then when you're ready, when you are looking for a boat, you are available, or you know you're going to be available next year or next month, you publish what we call a notice. And then you meet with the right person. So already 3 steps. And the reason we do that, if you go to some other websites, you don't know if the person is available. They just have a profile. You don't know, and you waste your time contacting people that are not available, or they're not in your area. They are in the West Coast and you're in the East Coast. And that's why we decided to have this notice where you publish your availability, your time, and where you are. So remember that a profile is about you, and a notice is about what you want to do. That's all. It's very simple. This is a profile. That's a page on the website. And as you can see, you have, that's my own profile that I will show you also. I will share it with you later. You can see the member details, the name, where I'm located and where I usually sail or do boating. Here you have access to a different menu. You can see my profile. You can see if I have a boat. You can see if I publish notices, and you have also access to photos and videos and reviews. I mean, people I sail with me or I sail with, and what they said about me. You have a little paragraph here where you can write whatever you want. You have some resume, boating resume. I own a boat, I'm available, and this is what I'm looking for. Or this is where I usually sail. Regatta, recreational, weekend cruise. If you want to send me a message, you can click here and you can add me to your contact list. You can block me if you don't like me, and you can publish a review. Now, I will show you a notice to find a crew. How does it look like? It looks like you have a resume on top. You see the boat. Most of boat owners at least upload a picture of their boat. Most of them do. Then you can see the dates and the destination, the type of sailing, recreational, it could be a regatta, it could be a delivery, it could be an offshore passage, could be a transatlantic, the dates, and if it's during the week or the weekends. And then some details. And if you click at the bottom, you have access to the member's profile. Now, I show you a notice to find a boat. That means it is somebody who published a notice, is a crew, someone who doesn't have a boat and wants to find a boat and a boat owner. So almost the same principle. It's kind of easy to understand. This person is looking for day, weekend, or cruise in the mid-Atlantic region. And then the type of sailing, recreational, weekend, coastal. And then he can also write, or he or she can also write some details. I don't see the name because I'm not connected. I don't see the details of this person for privacy reason. So what you need to remember is really these 3 steps. You meet with crew and skippers, you detail your profile, you post notice, and you have privacy. You plan your trip. So when you meet the right person, when you see the right notice, you can get in touch and discuss. Most of the time people say, oh yeah, I'm planning to leave tomorrow, or I'm planning to race next weekend. They cannot write everything online. So there will be a discussion like, where do you want to start? Where do we meet? Of course, you have to ask other questions about the safety, the boat, and everything else. And our goal is to help you sail more. If you have a boat, to find more crew. How many times I hear boat owners say, I have a boat, but I don't use it. I don't sail enough because I don't have the right people. I don't have a crew. And at the same time, we know we have a lot of people that learn how to sail in the past, different schools, or when they were in college, etc. And they cannot find people to sail with. So this is what Coboaters is about. Now I will share the website. If I do well, here it is. So here's my profile, but I will log out. So that's what you do. You see when you are not yet connected and you didn't create a profile yet. So there are things you can see here that you may not be, that when you are connected and if you're a club member, you will see more. You will see more things. But this is the page, the home page that everybody can access to. And I think it's important that you see here, there's no name. This member here, we don't see his name. We don't see his contact info for privacy reasons. And that's one of the difference between this website and other websites and Facebook, for example, and other things where your data are shared right away. So what you see first is notice of boats looking for crew. And here you see crew looking for boats. So this is what I said earlier, people looking for different opportunities. And you see the resume of their notices. I know I will have a question here. Why do we see 3 times the same boat? We see this 3 times the same boat because this skipper, I just talked to him earlier today, and he will go from New York to Hampton, Virginia. But on his way, he will stop in Atlantic City, and then from Atlantic City, he will go to Cape May, and then if we'll go further from Cape May to Hampton. So the system automatically generate different notices, because if you want to do only one leg of his trip, you may be able to jump on board in New York, from New York to Atlantic City, or from Atlantic City to Cape May. And that's why sometimes you may see 3 times or 4 times the same picture. But look in details, it's different legs here. If you look at the menu, you have different menus here, something that we'll see later, but you have access to our blogs. And this is where we write a lot of things. And this is the old blog right now. We have a new one that will be launched next week. And we publish a lot of stories, a lot of details, how to find a crew, how to find a boat. We publish experiences from different members. Let's log in. I log on with my email address. I have two profiles on this website. I have one as an admin, where I do all the administration work for the website. And I have one that I use for my own use when I need a crew or when I want to meet other people. And this is this profile we are going to see right now. I forgot to tell you, if you want to interrupt me, if you have questions, feel free to do it right away. You don't need to wait for the end of the presentation to ask questions, okay? What do I see here? I see my profile, I see my picture here, so I know it's me. I have a menu here that says publish. So let's go first. The first topic is how to fill up your profile. So I go to profile here, excuse me. And then I can see my profile. You have a lot of things to choose from. But let's say my profile. So I already have it. It's filled up 68%, which is not too bad. Some people have 5%. This is a very important advice I'm going to give you right now. If you want to find a crew, or if you want crew to come on board in your own boat, you have to fill up your profile. I would recommend at least 50% here. And the reason is, are you going to jump on someone else's boat if the person didn't spend enough time filling up his profile and giving you some information? The goal is to save time. The goal is that you don't need to call 3 times to see how is your boat, what kind of experience do you have. The same thing with a crew. I have some skippers that they tell me they will not reply to someone if the profile is not more than 50%, because it shows that you're not motivated enough. It shows that, well, you're trying. So some skippers are very picky about that. So one advice is to spend few minutes. I know sometimes it takes time, few minutes to fill up your profile. That's what we're going to do right now. So my profile is already filled up, okay? But let's say I want to change something. You can always change something. Before I go to this edit my profile, I just want to show you something. We have here a square where we can advertise. You can see that there's no advertisement on Coboaters. We don't sell advertisement to anybody. We don't make money on advertisement. This is why this website is very clean compared to some others. You don't have pop-up everywhere. You don't have all the pop-ups that I put sometimes. It's for us. It's to advertise about our next boat show or webinar or something like that. It's never comes from a sail maker, a charter company, a sailing school, or someone else. And we have very, very limited space to put some announcement here. Just a little remark here. So edit my profile. Let's go. There are a lot of steps, like 11 steps. And some people tell me, you ask too many questions. But when they use the website, they're very happy that we ask these questions, because it allows them to understand who's asking something, either a crew or boat owners. And actually, you can watch on YouTube the interview I did from one of our skippers last week, and that's what he said. I remember the first time I met him, he said, you have too many questions. And now he said, well, I'm happy that you ask those questions. So spend time, 5-10 minutes, filling this profile. General information, number one, right here. What are you, a boat owner, a crew member, or a skipper of a rental boat? So I own a boat. What type of boating do you do? Are you sailing every day, on the weekend? Well, I could do regatta now because that's what I do. I do also season. I don't do delivery. I can remove that because I don't do more than 15 days. Mainly coastal. I don't go offshore. You see, you fill it up. It's pretty easy to fill it up pretty quickly. And again, you can change it at any time. You put your name, different data, your date of birth. And the date of birth is just an indication. Some people don't do it. You can do it. It's not mandatory. It's up to you. So where do you live? I think it's important because people want to know if you live nearby, etc. And different data. Here, the number of children. On my boat, I welcome everybody. Some people say I want only experienced members, crew, because they race, for example, or because they go offshore. And then you put your profile. I'm not sure I put the best picture here, but and then the next step is where do you want to share your address? So you can choose to nobody, to club members, to your contacts. You can choose. I don't want to share to anybody. Everybody knows my address anyway because it's on the website and my phone number is everywhere. Are you a captain, a skipper? Are you a beginner? I think it's important you fill this up properly. And again, that's something you can change. You can be a beginner tomorrow, and tomorrow you can be a crew member in training. And after 6 months or next year, you can become an experienced crew member. When have you been sailing, etc. I don't go in, I think you understood. And if I go too much into details, we won't have time to fill up everything. So you continue and fill up your profile up to all the different steps here. Swimming, you don't need to do that. It's not that important, but it's good if you spend 2-3 minutes doing it. Here, if you want to race, sometimes for some races, they have a weight limit on the boat, and this is the reason why we ask the height and the weight. I would say probably 1% of our members fill this up. So if you don't, doesn't really matter if you're not a racer. Your boating BO, this is the end, the last step. You can write here whatever you want. I'm experienced, I'm not experienced, I'm looking. And again, this is something you can change at any time. My advice is really to spend time filling up your profile. Now the boat. I don't know if we have boat owners with us tonight. I didn't check carefully, but if you do have a boat, try to fill up your boat profile as best as you can. For the same reason that you want the crew to have trust in you, to have confidence. So if you can upload pictures, that'd be great. Look at this one. That's a few weeks ago where we have a nice rainbow here. In the evening, it's just at the end of a race. So you can show pictures of your boat. I think it gives confidence to the different crew who would like to come on board. And you describe the boat, same principle. You can have different boats. You can have up to as many boats as you want. And you can edit the photo of the boats. The main photo is important. This is what will be used in your notice. When you publish a notice, you have general information here. So sometimes, honestly speaking, I see some boat owners that they don't fill it up properly here. So what I do is I do it for them. I go on, there's a website called Sell Data. And if you know the type of boat, you can find the data here, the dimensions, the beam, the draft, and everything. The year of manufacturer, of course, I don't know it because I don't know their boat. So I don't fill it up if I don't know. And I do that, and I try to add good information to help boat owners. You put the main photo, and the same thing here. You fill up your profile. How many people can you be on board? I say 4. I can have up to 6. Probably have more, but we have 3 cabins, 4 beds, etc. So I think you understood the principle. I don't need to go to all the details unless you have questions. I see someone in the chat. Yes, it's a good question, Sally. You own a boat and you like to crew with other skippers. Yes, you can do both. And actually, this is what I do. I used to tell my friends I'm a skipper in the summer because I live in New England near Newport. So I'm a skipper in the summer and I'm a crew in the winter. I'm very happy to jump on board with someone who's in Florida or somewhere else in the summer. So in your profile, you describe yourself as a boat owner. But when you publish a notice, and we can check that later, when you're going to publish a notice here, you can publish a notice to look for a crew. I'm looking for a crew member, or for crew opportunity. You can do both. And you can publish as many notices as you want. So one for next summer, one for July, one for January in the Bahamas, whatever you want. You can do as many as you want. So you can do both. Feel free to ask questions. I really like that. So I was on the boat profile. But again, you understood the principle of it. You have to go through different steps. And at the end, you can add information, equip. I have someone on the phone earlier today. He said, oh, I just added solar panels on my boat. I told him, no, don't worry. I will change your profile for you. I will tell everyone that you added solar panels to your boat. Yeah, you can bring your family as a crew with you. And that's what some people say. I have some profiles here, people with, and they say, I created a profile. I mean, my wife or my partner, and I want to find an opportunity for both of us. And on the other side, I saw skippers say, I'm ready to welcome a couple on board because we're doing a delivery, for example, and or an offshore. And I have 3 cabins, and 1 cabin is for me, and there are 2 cabins, and I welcome couples. So I think if you want to sail with your family, you have to say, and this is why the free description is here. So let's go to a notice now, because I think I will answer your question as well when I show you how to publish a notice. So you see where it is. You have profiles here, okay, and you do have notice and other things you want to publish. We can change the word publish to post a notice or review. So let's see I want to publish a notice. Once you have your profile done, it's very easy to do a notice, very quick. You say, I want a crew, or I'm looking for a crew opportunity. I'm looking for boat rental, etc. You have different options. Let's say I will do another one for me. I'm looking for a crew opportunity. Okay, I'm a boat owner. I don't want to race, just to have fun. I would say I'm okay for a cruise. All right. And this is important to fill this up because when I'll show you later how to use the search engine, the search that we have on this website will go through those items here. And for example, someone who's looking for a crew for a cruise, you will not appear in the search if you didn't click on that. And I want to do coastal, or I'm offshore as well. When? Specific dates? No, I'm not so sure. Do I want to be part of a race? No. Availability. Let's say I'm available next year. Oops. November. I'm available beginning of January to end of January. And take vacations to I have time. Where do I want to? You can, if you don't really know, if you want to be you can say global. And here you have a choice, East Coast, fine. Arrival, I don't care. But here you can choose a port. You say, I want to go up to the Bahamas or Key West. You can choose here. You can choose different areas. My budget, I can share cruising cost. Here, I think it's going to be, yeah. I can share food and drinks, and I can pay for gasoline. That's all. And if you need, of course, I'm ready to fly wherever the boat is. And here you go. Here I can say, I am experienced crew, experienced crew and boat looking for boat in the winter. And here you can say with my I don't know, 20 years old son. You can say whatever you want. And some people want, I agree that they call me or email me, or others means WhatsApp, LinkedIn, whatever you want to say. All right. And voila. Now you can see it will be published after moderation here, because we take care, we make sure that the notices that are published are real. We make sure the dates are compatible. We make sure the description is good enough. So what you see on this website is real. It's not fake notices or something like that. Even when I started 18 months ago, when I had 0 members, I refused to create fake profile that they do sometimes. And what you see is real. It's real people. Nothing that's not existing. And we make sure everything is in order. So if not, we do the corrections sometimes, or sometimes we call you and we say, are you sure you want to go this direction? Doesn't seem to be compatible. And sometimes people say, oh yes, I made a mistake in the date. Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted. So we're here to help you make it right. You can post new notice, etc. You can do whatever you want when you publish a notice. You can create more. You can duplicate your notice. Say this one is good, now I want to make the same one for different dates or different destinations or next year. And that's what you can do here. It's pretty easy.
So Phil, just to be clear, so
Yes,
you can have several notices out published at the same time for
yes,
different dates and to be
yes.
accrual or, okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and you can respond to all of them separately. And when you receive a response for someone, you will see for which notice it is that someone contacted you for a crew or a boat opportunity. Now, how to respond to a notice. Sorry, I have someone on the chat. Yeah, you don't need to put your email in the notice. People will contact you with a send message. The reason we do that is for privacy reasons. Some people, I mean, we like to, you don't know, we're on the internet. And the fact that you are on Coboaters is to prevent you to be in touch with crazy people. Because I go on Facebook sometimes and I see comments crazy. And that's the reason of we did Coboaters is to protect your privacy and so on. So you don't put your email, but they have a button to send you a message. Let's see how it works, which is going to be a good transition for the next subject here. So you see here, you have this magnifier here. Use it. I use it every day because from here you can see all notices. If you have a profile, you can see the member directory and the boat directory. If you're not a member, you cannot see that. That's reserved to the members that are in Coboaters. So let's see notices. Here we are. So right now we have 63 opportunities, boating opportunities. And let's say, sorry, I have another question in the chat. Yes, thank you, Rick. That's what I'm trying to do, is to build a network of friends, actually. What it is, it's a sailing network. It's a network. I believe that if you are active on this Coboaters, after 2-3 years, you don't even need me. You have enough friends. I talked to someone today who told me he took actually this person who published this very nice, it's going south. His name is Clément, is from Quebec, and we speak Franglish together. And he took Coboaters several times already, and he goes from one place to another. He has his schedule, but he's very flexible. So let's say I want to get in touch with him. This is his notice. I click here to have more details. And here I have a button. He chooses to share his phone number, so I can call him right away. Or I don't know, he decided to share his email. So I can contact him because I'm a club member. If you're not a club member, you can't. He's going from Atlantic City to Cape May. Let's see what he has to say. I don't know. I'm flexible. I'm ready to crew. The itinerary may change because of weather, of course. So this is sometimes the case. And I hear sometimes some crew or people are telling me, oh, I couldn't do it because the date was October 10 to October 18. Well, we know that when we sail and we go somewhere, things can change very quickly because of availability, because of the weather, because of some things to do on the boat that's not ready before leaving or at the destination. So I always advise people, get in touch. get in touch. We do our best here on Coboaters to give details, as many details as we can, but get in touch. Don't wait. Don't wait for people to contact you. Even if you're a boat owner, send emails or messages to crew people. That's what we talked to Clément this afternoon, and he told me I have this person is coming next week, not next week, in Hampton next month. And I had the other person who contacted me, but I don't hear from him. I said, get in touch with him. He's in New Jersey. He's going to be on your way. So that's what it's going to do. Don't wait. It's like if you want to be active, it's like everything else. If you're not active on Facebook, if you're not active in your local sailing club, then you don't meet anybody. All right. So anyway, I saw this notice. I'm happy. I think it's good for me. He posted a lot of pictures. Oh, that's him. Oh, that's looks cool. Nice boat. What kind of, I can check what kind of boat it is. It's an ML. Do you know this brand, ML? It's a very it's a French boat, very well built, very strong. And he told me he needs to update his boat profile because he spent a lot of money, you know, adding solar panels and other things. But he published a lot of pictures. So I feel good. Boats look very clean. Yeah, nice. Oh, he has a spinnaker. Anyway, that's what I would do. And then I will send him a message. Or I can go to his notice. He published, you know, 3 notices here. So which one is good for me? Let's say Hampton to Key West. No, that one. So I say reply. I like to sign up. To answer your question about your family the other day, earlier today, you can say, I have, you know, we're a group of 2, a group of 3. I don't have specific dates. I believe your dates are good. And here we can see that later you can have predefined messages. So you don't need to type. If you want to send a message to different crew or different boat owners, you don't need to type the same thing all the time. Let's say asking, hey, I'm interested in sailing with you. Can you tell me more about your project? And I can send him that. I will tell him he knows me, so I can send him that. And voila. Now he will receive an email from us. The email will have this text that you just saw, and he can reply to me via the website. I didn't share my information with him, so he cannot contact me by phone. But if I want, I can. I can tell him, here's my phone number, here is my email, or contact me to, you know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. That's how you reply to a notice. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. You can predefine your messages. You can copy paste. You can do whatever you want. Oh, and he has reviews. I didn't see that. So Clément, I don't see his family name. All right, because of privacy reason. And people sail with him. So, oh, and Rick sail with him. Why do I see his name here? I see his name because Rick is in my contact list. So when someone is in your contact list, you can see the name. While I'm here, I'm going to show you something else. You see here, ID not checked from Fabian. Fabian is a boat owner actually in Canada. And Rick is around here, is in Connecticut, I think. He has his ID checked. So what does that mean? That means we checked that the profile picture, the details he put on his profile matches his ID. And I think it's the reason here is to give confidence. Again, the same thing. You want to make sure you're going to sell with the right person. You want to make sure that what you see is what you get, can I say? So that's why we have the ID checked here. I'll show you later how to do that. And here I can also, Rick, he have 5 reviews, so I can click on his profile. I can see the different reviews and the people that sell with. Sell with Clément, sell with me, sell with Fabian. So this is something I tell people, when you sell with someone, please ask the person to give a review, even if it's a crew, another crew that sail with you on the same boat. Say, hey, everything went well or not. We'll see how to do it, which in fact is my next topic. If you want to publish a review, actually I cannot do it here. Here, I want to publish a review about Rick. I will not do it, of course, but how did it go? I do not recommend. You can, if something went wrong, you can say it here. I'll show you something even more important. He was a crew member. We sailed, I don't know, I put a date here for 2 days or 1 day or a couple of hours. I can share my experience. And here is something important. If something was not right, I hope you can see what we wrote here. For example, the behavior of the person was not correct, or the boat was not as expected. You see a nice picture of the boat, but the boat is not great. You can check this box. And this box was, in fact, reported to me and to us here, and not to the person you are writing the review on. So it's confidential. If something happened, I will say it. We're going to call you. We say, excuse me, tell me more about what went wrong. And then we're going to call the other person. We will try to find a reason. So we maintain, friendship. But if something is really wrong, bad behavior, you know what I mean? Especially if you're a woman. I mean, we all heard about stories. This person will be out of this network. No discussion right away. So again, the idea here is to give confidence. Make sure that people are on this website are real good people. Cannot be perfect, but we're trying our best. And that's why it's important. I tell that to everybody. Tell me what's going on. Just send me a little message, a review, say everything went well. It helps. If you want to sell with someone that has good reviews, it's like Airbnb, it's like other websites. You have more confidence. So it helps. What else? Respond to notice. I think so, almost 8 o'clock. So I think I talked too much. But anyway, let's see, you want to find a member. You want to find someone. Say, oh, I know this person. I like to I just know the name. Let's say Anthony. You can write the name here and search. And you have different people here. Okay. You can use this filter. And then you can, for example, if you are, you say, I'm looking for crew. Okay. What age group? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I want, let's say beginners. No, I want experienced beginners. And club members. So here we have 3 status. A club member is someone who paid this membership And someone as an ex-club is someone who had paid and was a member, but decided not to renew, which happened all the time. For example, you were available last year to sail, so you decided to join, but you don't want, you know that next year you will not be available. So you don't want to spend that money. You can cancel your membership. Your profile will not be deleted unless you want to delete, of course, you can. But otherwise, it will not be deleted because maybe in 2-3 years, you want to come back and you want to sail again. An observer are people that just created a profile. They are not yet a club member. And they're here to, we call it observe, have a look, see if it's good for them. It's kind of a free trial. But they have access to less functionalities. For example, they don't have access to the boat directory. They don't have access to the members directory. They don't see the name of the people, etc. There are restrictions. So I want to see club. I want to see them all. That's the point. I want to see the available in spring and summer. And I found 62 people with this search. If of course, I can click and see the profile, send a message. This person decided to share his or her phone number, so I can see it here. And even published a notice. So I can see Steve, and he's looking for trip inland waters. He is very open to go almost everywhere. Fine, I'm a boat owner. Good, I like that. I will contact him. So you can use the filters. I will not go into all the details, but you can choose someone if you want for powerboat only or recreational. You remember when we went to the profile, I said it's important that you fill it up? Because if I am a boat owner and I want to find someone who wants to race and be my next crew for my next race, I will use this tool to find the right person. The next was send a message, post a review. We did that already. Let's go and see the boat directory. So these are all the boats that are currently registered on the website. You can see there's a lot of boats. Let's see this one. Julian. She has 2 reviews, and I can see the boat details. I can see the boats. So that's how it works. I need some feedback from you. Is it interesting? Are you learning stuff? Do you have questions?
I feel
Definitely learning.
Great.
Yeah, I'm learning, and I set up a profile while we were going through and try to follow along on my own page. I think you answered some of my question as to the benefit of a club membership as opposed to being just an observer. But I do see an ID check versus ID not checked. And if I were bringing crew on my boat, I would feel better if their ID had been checked. How do you go about getting your own ID checked?
Good question.
And I see an insurance not verified on the screen right here too. So that would be another question. If right now I'm interested in being crew, but in future I might be looking for crew for my own boat. So, somebody would want to make sure that my boat's insured, for example.
Yes. So I'm going back to this menu here, profile.
I see it.
And then my documents and certifications.
Okay. And you just upload a copy of your
you see
of your driver's license, for example.
Yes, you put documents verification here. You can publish a document. And some people publish, I don't know, the itinerary, for example. You know, you want to go offshore and you have made your different
Waypoints.
stopovers, yeah, waypoints. Okay, and you print that or you PDF that, and you can put it here, for example. I've seen some people doing that, which is great. So that's why you can publish the document. You know, you can manufacture specifications, etc. But let me go back. No document verification, identity. Do you see a red line here?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
No, me too. It's probably me, but I don't. All right, sorry for that. I don't know how to erase those lines. You can have your identity, your boating certificates, if you have a captain license, if you have an ASA 100 or something, or your boat insurance. So identity here, the way you do it, you upload your passport or identity card or whatever driving license and a photo, because we want to match. We need to, you know, make sure it's you. You select, well, you understand, you select a file and you can select whatever you want and upload it. And we check it, it's confidential, nobody else can see it. And as soon as it is checked, it is deleted. We don't keep any record, we don't sell any emails to anybody. We don't do that at all. I swear, we're not. Just to be honest with you, I do that because I like it. I have another job on the side. So we're not making money on sending lists to someone, some people. We don't do that. So that's how you can have your identity checked. The same thing with your certificates. So certificates is sometimes it's difficult because you have so many options, so many certificates. So we try to make it, you know, you want to have your intermediate level verified. You put a page containing your personal information, so make sure it's you, and then your ASA certificates, for example. And if you have this, it will appear in your profile. There will be a little icon on your profile to say that we certified your sailing level, your sailing experience via documentation. I think it's important, especially for, you know, those who went to different training. It's a good tool to have. And you submit for approval. We usually take, you know, to take a couple of hours or a day to respond, but most of the time it's less than a day. Sorry, I have a question.
That's all helpful. Thank you very much, Phil.
Yes, you can also, some people do that. They black out some information on their driver's license. But they do that. I understand. If we go to the different menu here, something if you want to have a search and say, I really want to find a boat or members that are available in the summer or boats around Newport. So you don't need to create the same search all the time. Once you, I'm going back to the menu here, more filters. Let's say you decide boats looking for crew, search. You can see that you can save search here. So you can save your search. Okay, and then it's gonna appear in this list. You can see all of them that I have here. So for example, because I'm close to Newport, I want to know where the boats, if I have boats around Newport. And here they are, boats that are looking for crew. Cranston, Marion Mass, etc. So that's how it works. You can save your search here. You give a name and you save it. If you change your email address, it happens sometimes. Of course, you need to enter your password, your new email address. You can update your email address. You're going to receive a verification email, of course. Make sure it's the right one. And we can go from there. I think I almost differ from the Find a Crew. Yeah, so Find a Crew is also doing almost what we do, except that the difference with Find a Crew is we focus on North America and the Caribbean. Find a Crew has a lot of, tell me if I'm wrong, but my experience is that they had a lot of offshore or long distance. And here on Coboaters, we also try to get, the local race. For example, someone who races every Wednesday night in the bay, or someone who has a boat in a marina and wants to find crew for just a weekend or just an afternoon sail. I think that's the main difference with Find a Crew.
Okay, because the trips I've done with Find a Crew have been deliveries, offshore deliveries. Though they do list local, you're correct. It's much more offshore and international.
That's right. Yes, that's the main difference. It's a lot of international. You also have some professional looking for a job, which is the case as well here on Coboaters, but less. And that's why we're different than Find a Crew.
Okay, thank you.
And Find a Crew, I think they're based in Australia.
I believe they are, yes.
Yeah, so you pay in Australian dollars.
Yes, correct.
So you kind of never know how much you pay.
Oh, it's translated.
Mm-hmm. It can vary because if the Australian dollars changes, it varies. But
yes.
Anyway, that's the main difference.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, I think I'm done with my presentation. I think we've seen everything. Oh, a photo. If you want to publish a photo album, you can create a new album here and publish pictures. You can see your own pictures and different albums that I created here, which is good to share memories with some other members. Oh, there's something here I didn't show you for boat, mainly for boat owners, a crew manager. And that's something that is very, very nice to manage your crew. Actually, I don't have a crew, so you can post here your calendar with all your sailing dates. You can share that with other people so they know when you're going out, for, especially if you have different weekends, for example, and say, I need a crew for those weekends. And this is what the crew manager is for here. It's mainly for boat owners, but I cannot show you an example because I don't have a notice going on. But when you have a notice, you can see who respond to you, when they're available. You can reply to all of them at the same time instead of sending, one message to Paul and John, and you can contact them all the time. For example, if there's a delay in the morning and say we're supposed to leave at 1 o'clock, but there's a storm coming, we're going to leave tomorrow instead of today, these kind of things. So if you're a boat owner, it's a very nice tool. If you want to send a message, you can go here and have all the message you sent. You can have your address book. You can create a template, as I mentioned earlier, like asking for availability, which in fact, I saw there was a typo here, which I'm gonna change. Oop. here we go. So I changed my template and I can now send it to everybody without being able, having to type the same thing again. Something also we created recently is a forum where you can also ask questions and raise different topics and ask the community to help you. So we have different threads, and we created something for women sailors. Someone asked me, it was not used yet, but of course I will we moderate that. So if I see that someone is not a woman in this forum, in this part of it, I'm gonna say, hey, you're not allowed to be here. But that's one of the things you can ask questions and ask the community to help you with something like, you know, Garmin, packing up your bag, etc. I think that's all I wanted to. I'm looking at my notes. That's all I wanted to share with you tonight. Do you have questions? Do you want to share some experience, some ideas, something this thing we can improve? Oh no, something else. I'm sorry. If you want to contact me, actually it's here. You can put your name, email address, send a note, and attach whatever you want, and you're gonna have an answer very quickly. You can also, sorry?
I have a question.
Sure.
Did you develop this program, or did you purchase it from somewhere, or?
It's a very good question. Well, you know, I came from France.
Yes.
And the same software exists in France.
Oh, okay.
And I partner with them. We moved everything to the US. We spent time translating and changing everything in the US. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
You can see the French version?
Oui.
And so the software is almost the same, except that we Americanized the product a lot.
Great. It's a beautiful program. It's
and they are running this program for more than, I think, 12 years now. But they have an English version, but honestly speaking, it's more Franglish than English.
okay.
So my daughter, who is very good in English, is the best. She helped me trying to find the right terms, etc. So sometimes there's still some Franglish here and there. So I really welcome any feedback when you see something like that.
Great. Well, good job. It's very, very.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, so they've been running the same thing for a long time, and they have thousands of members in Europe. And that's why sometimes some people tell me, I'd like to go to Europe. I say, try, it's called Vogue. And they have an English version. Like we do have a French version, by the way, because I kept the French version because we do have a lot of people in Quebec. So that's the English version of my my colleagues back in France. But you can see there's a lot of, even in the English version, they still have a lot of French stuff.
It's still in French.
Yes, because we don't translate.
Oh, I see.
We don't translate the notice.
I see.
Those people are in French, but sometimes it's in English, but barely. Okay, let's go back to Coboaters. Here we are. So I show you how you can contact me. I want to show you something else as well. So this is our YouTube channel. And I made some small, short videos, like for example, how you can get your ID checked. So if you don't remember how to do it, you can watch those videos. Okay. And another way that you can get help is go to the help center here at the bottom of the home page, and you have access to the tutorial, how to subscribe to the Coboaters newsletter, and you have the link to the YouTube video. And we also answer questions here. How to optimize, how to manage your notices. So here, well, bad choice. This one is under construction. What is the difference between a notice and a profile? If you don't remember, you can go there and go to different pages. So we really try to be here and help you sell more. Something else also, we have partners. And for example, if you want to go to Annapolis Boat Show, you can have free tickets. For Annapolis Boat Show, you can have tickets to Newport Boat Show as well, Miami Boat Show. We have partners with some charters company, as long as they kind of in the same idea of learning, sharing experience. We won't partner with a basic charter company. But for example, we have those people made sailing adventures that you can also, and if you contact them, you have 10% discount if you want to go and sail with them. So that's how you can also take advantage of your membership. And that's probably something I need to explain better, how you can take advantage of different partnership that we have with other people.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, I'm new with this and I was busy today and I only came on this Zoom meeting late, so I probably missed a lot. But my question is, I see a lot of stuff about sailing, but what about powerboat cruising? Do you have any members that do that?
Yes, we do. But to be honest with you, there's less demand on a powerboat side than on the selling side. But we do have some powerboat owners. Let's see. Actually, I can see here.
And what do they typically use your site for? My situation is I'm 80 years old and I've been boating most of my life. But right now I'm 80 years old and I have neuropathy, meaning my balance is not too good. But I don't really want to give up boating. And what I'm looking for is like to hire someone that's like an experienced captain. I don't really, I shouldn't use the word experience. Let me just say a captain.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I live in Florida, and years ago I've been gone from the West Coast to the East Coast, and I've crossed through the Okeechobee waterway, and there are locks there and everything. And I can't get through those locks by myself. It's a two-person job.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is there opportunity for me to find somebody like that would captain a boat for maybe 2 weeks? I'm talking it's a 30-foot trawler boat.
Yes, we can. We can help you with that. It happens. It's not the majority of our people that do that, but we can. And I give you something like, it happened last year that someone called me with a powerboat. They were in the Caribbean. I forgot where, Turks and Caicos. And they said, oh, we were supposed to have a captain, but the captain cannot make it. Can you help us? So I published something, through our newsletters, etc. And they found a captain that were able to fly and help them bring their boat back to Florida. So it happens. However, it's not the majority of our people. And the reason, so that's why if you need a captain, we have a new partner here called the Captain. And it's best if you contact them.
Yes, okay, I hear what you're saying.
You know, I want to be very transparent and honest with you. We have captains here, and the thing, and that's probably something I need to modify on the software, so it would be easier that you can get in touch with those captains. Because right now
Okay.
it's not easy to find them. You probably have to browse all the notices and so on. And
Yeah.
that's also the reason why we recently partner with this organization. As someone who is very professional, who been in the industry for probably more than 25, 30 years. And he has a lot of captains around here.
Okay, all
If
right.
you contact them, he will be better than me to help you with this. With
Very
your
good. Thank you for that information.
No, you're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. You see the message, Clyde. Yeah, you need someone to help you sell with you. I have a friend who does that as well. Some people tell me that I need a crew or someone to help me hold the lines or to help me being on my boat. Happens more and more.
Yeah, so that's what I need. I need someone to help me to get through the locks. I need somebody to help, docking the boat, tying up the boat, really everything, possibly minor even maintenance on the boat if something happens to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure
So-
you can. Yeah, I mean, if you want, we can create a profile here on Coboaters and publish that. I'm pretty sure we can find someone in Florida. Where are you in Florida? Are you in Florida right now?
Well, right at the moment I'm in Panama, but the boat is in Treasure Island, Florida. And what I want to do is I really would like to do the entire what I call the Florida loop, meaning from the west coast across over
Mhm.
from Fort Myers to Stewart down to Key West and then all the way around. In other words, circumnavigate the south portion of Florida.
Okay. I think because last year we had someone who did that, the Florida loop, with a sailboat, a tiny 28-foot sailboat, I think. And he had a lot of fun. But Clyde, did you create a profile or I can help you?
No, I have not do that. I'm not very good with computers, so I'll have to maybe do that with my daughter. How can I get in touch with you? Do you have an email that you can give me
Yes,
now?
yes, actually, or you can call me and I can do it for you.
Okay.
Um,
And how do I call you? What
you have
number?
you have a pen right now?
Yes, I do.
So it's 401
401
391
391
01
01.
85.
Okay. And what is your name, sir?
Philip.
Philip. Okay, Philip. Yeah,
If you
I'll
want,
do
you can
that.
call me tomorrow.
Well, no, I'm in
No?
Panama now, so there's no sense in me calling. I'll be here for 6 months.
Okay.
Come back to the United States. I'll kind of team up with my daughter because she's much more computer savvy than I. And then
Mhm.
I'll call you and we'll form a profile and do all the things that I should be doing.
Okay. Yeah. And feel free to call me because that's something we do all the time is to post notices. If you don't have time or if you're not very good in computer, we help people posting their own profile or publishing a boat. Sometimes I have a boat owner who is somewhere and he said, I can text you the picture of my boat. I say, yes, just do it. Text me your picture and I will upload it for you. So we do that all the time.
Yes, yeah, with my daughter, I'm sure that 3 of us can get it done.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Do we have other questions or anything you want to add? Share your experience if you had good or bad experience with other crew and something. I think it's important that you use the website to meet people as well as to describe what you're looking for. But we always recommend to have a chat with the person, call, discuss, ask questions, and so on. I heard stories, good stories, and I've done it myself that I flew or I jumped on the boat and I didn't know anybody before. We just had 10-minute conversations and few WhatsApp messages and everything went well. But most of the time we recommend to talk to the person. If you go for a long distance, it's better to, for example, sail or meet in a coffee shop or on board and have a coffee, an hour discussion between the skipper and the crew before you go for a long trip. Yeah, I think I'm done, unless you guys have something to add or questions or anything else.
I had posted a question. You may have covered this. How easily can you sort geographically, crew or boats?
Yes, we defined different. I'm looking at that. Different regions.
Regional. Okay,
So we
got
have
it.
a region and global. And the region that we define, you can see them here. We have the North Atlantic, Mid-Atlantic, South, Gulf of Mexico, West Coast, Great Lakes, etc.
So within those, could you easily sort to, if you wanted to do local sailing, could you pick just like the Connecticut boaters?
Yes, what you can do, you can put decide a port here, and you can say, let's say something easy for me. I put Newport.
And how many miles? I see it. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you see, you put Newport and a radius of, let's say, 80 miles.
Sure. Okay, got it.
And
Thank you.
That's how it works.
Yep.
Okay. So that's what we've been doing. And yeah, going to a per state is limited because Rhode Island, for example, it's hard to say we only want people from Rhode Island. We want Massachusetts. So Rhode Island is so small. And that's why we decided to create regions as well as a choice of a distance. You can have a distance from your home port or from your home. If you live in Montreal, you want to find people around you or around New York, you can choose both. Do we have other questions? I'm going to start the video again. I don't know if you see me well, I hope. So I want to thank you all. I think it was a great time. I really enjoyed talking to you about Coboaters. I hope you learned a lot of things. And if you want to contact me, you know how to do it now. If you have a doubt, you can always use this one and get in touch.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Yes.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.